Please stand by. There we go. Okay, let's get the crowd up here. Whoa, that's a little too loud. All righty. Hey, good afternoon, everyone. It's time for Strat-O-Matic Baseball. Steve Aquilung here with you. Had another game this morning. Good game. 3-0 Senators over the White Sox. Complete game, 4-hit shutout by Phil Ortega. That was the matinee. Now we're going to get to the afternoon show. It's going to be the Atlanta Braves at the San Francisco Giants. Two good ball clubs. The Braves come in 6-6. And at that, they've probably underachieved a little bit. And the Giants have definitely underachieved at 7-5. So as the old saying goes, something's got to give in this one. Two veteran right-handers on the mound today. Ken Johnson for Atlanta, Bob Shaw for San Francisco. Both pitchers around 33, 34 years of age at this point. Johnson a 3.30 ERA in 31 starts. Shaw a 4.29 in 31 starts. And we'll get to the lineups here in just a second. On a Sunday afternoon, Spokane, snow-covered ground. Temperature's up to 35 degrees. I went to take the trash out. I almost slipped on my ass because the parking lot's still very slick. So I made one trip and thought, you know what? I'll take the rest out tomorrow. It's going to warm up even more, maybe some rain, and clean up some of that slick stuff a little bit. Okay, for Atlanta, here's their starting lineup. It'll be Felipe Alou leading off in center field. Eddie Matthews is at third base. Hammer and Hank Aaron in the 3 spot in right field. Joe Torre will catch and hit fourth. Lee Thomas at first base. Rico Carty is in left. Dennis Menke is the shortstop. Woody Woodward at second base, and Johnson hitting ninth. For the Giants, it'll be Hal Lanier at second base leading off. Jesus Alou in left field. The Say Hey Kid, Willie Mays in center field batting third. Willie McCovey at first base hitting cleanup. Jim Ray Hart is at third. Tom Haller will do the catching. Ollie Brown is in right field. Jim Davenport will play shortstop and hit eighth, with Shaw batting ninth. So you've got Aaron and Mays in the same game. You've got McCovey. Looks like a good one to me. And let's get it underway. Shaw's ready to work. Excuse me. Shaw's ready to work as Felipe Alou steps in. Umpire says play ball. Shaw gets his sign from Haller. Here's the windup. Here's the first pitch to Felipe Alou. That's going to be a 5-4 to the right-hander. It's a grounder to third base X. That's going to be Hart for E30. Hart to his left. Here's the roll on the throw. On a 4, he can't get it, and that's down past him and into left field. Felipe rounding. Jesus Alou gathers it, and Felipe's in with a leadoff double. So Jesus Alou trying to throw Felipe Alou out at second, didn't get him. And right off the bat, the Braves have a runner in scoring position here. Just getting underway, top of the first. Here's Eddie Matthews now. Shaw into the windup. Here's the pitch to Matthews. That's a 110 against the right-hander. High fly ball deep to right field. Brown going back to the track. It's gone. Home run, Eddie Matthews. Holy crap, and just like that, the Braves jump out 2-0. Let's take another look. 110, right-handed to 14, home run. The roll is a 13, and that's a 2-run smash by Eddie Matthews. And let's take a look at that now on the stat sheet here. For Matthews, his second home run of the season. And that'll bring up the hammer and Hank Aaron. Shaw collecting himself. From the windup now, the pitch to Aaron. That's a 4-10 to the right-hander. Fly to left field, playable for Jesus Alou. He's there and makes the catch for the out. 1 down. And Joe Torre will come to the plate now. Shaw ready to work to Torre. The windup and the pitch. A 6-7 to the right-hander. A grounder to second base X. That's going to be Lanier. Lanier a fine 2E8, and here's the play. On a 19, Lanier has it smoothly and throws him out. So 4-3X, 2 down. And here comes Lee Thomas. And I got to put something in there so that I can see. Bear with me. Oh, a number 2 hitter. Yeah, it is, isn't it? And welcome, Joel, by the way. It is. Yeah, he doesn't really fit the number 2 hitter profile, does he? 2 down, and here's Thomas. Shaw the pitch. That's going to be a 111. High fly ball to deep right field. Back goes Brown. Home run, Lee Thomas. Oh my, the second home run of the inning off of Shaw. And it's 3-0 Braves. 111, 1-12. The roll is a 6, and Lee Thomas with a home run. And for Thomas now, that's his first home run of the season. How about that? And that'll bring up Rico Carty. So Shaw shell-shocked here a bit in the first inning. Home runs by Matthews and Thomas. Now the windup and the pitch to Carty. A 3-9 is going to be a grounder to shortstop. Davenport fields it, charging, throws on the run, and gets him. 6-3, and that retires the side. But 3 runs for Atlanta on 3 hits, a pair of home runs. Eddie Matthews and Lee Thomas. And after only a half an inning, it is Atlanta 3, San Francisco coming to bat against Ken Johnson. Whew. All right, it's getting underway here on a Sunday afternoon. As you know, I love Sunday Strat-O-Matic, probably my favorite. That's why I played an extra game today. The morning coffee game. Okay, the Giants are ready to come to bat now. Johnson's completed his warm-ups as Hal Lanier stands in from the right side. Johnson gets the sign from Torre, and here's the pitch to Lanier. That's going to be a 112 liner, speared by Woodward. So a liner to second, 1 down, and Jesus Alou will be the batter. The pitch from Johnson is going to be a 6-6 to the right-hander. It's a double to 6, and on a 5, that will be down and go through for a double. And Jesus Alou, not to be outdone by Felipe Alou, who hit a double, and now Jesus hits a double of his own. And here comes Willie. Or I should say, here come the Willies. Willie Mays at the plate. Willie McCovey on deck. Mays standing in now. Johnson gets his sign. The windup. The pitch to Willie Mays is going to be a 3-2, and he walks him. Ball 4 to Willie. First and second, one out, and here comes McCovey. McCovey tied with Stargell for the Major League home run lead with 6 apiece. Johnson from the stretch now. Here's the pitch to Willie McCovey. On a 6-10 to the left-hander. Grounder to third base X. That's going to be Matthews. He's a 4E27. Here's the play on a 4. He cannot get it, and that's down the left field line. That's going to be for extra bases. Alou's going to score on that. Mays will hold up at third on an RBI double by Willie McCovey. And it's 3-1. And just like that, 3-1, and the Giants have the tying runs in scoring position with 1 out, and Jim Ray Hart comes to the plate. I think this smells like it's got the makings of another wild one. And absolutely, Joel, you've got 4 500-plus home runs guys in this game. Matthews and Aaron for Atlanta. Mays and McCovey, of course, for San Francisco. 3-1 this early and this wild. Atlanta's going to play back. As Johnson gets his sign, here's the pitch to Jim Ray Hart. A 4-8 to the righty. Swung on and missed strike 3. Oh my, what a big strikeout that was for Johnson. With runners at second and third and 1 out. Now there's 2 away, and here comes Tom Haller. Left-handed hitting catcher. Infield regular depth. The windup. The pitch to Haller on a 3-9, swung on and missed strike 3. And man, is that some clutch pitching by Ken Johnson or what? With the tying runs at second and third and 1 out, he strikes out Hart and Haller. That'll end the inning. The Giants settle for 1 on 2 hits and leave a pair. We've got an inning in the books here. It's 3-1 Braves. Bottom of the order coming up for Atlanta. That'll be Menke, Woodward, and Johnson. Shaw's getting ready to work now. He's set. Haller flashing some signs. The windup, the pitch to Dennis Menke. 4-7 to the righty. It's a single to 11, and that will be knocked down by Hart, but he has no play. That will go as an infield single, and Menke's aboard. Menke, no threat to run. And here's Woody Woodward. Shaw from the stretch. The pitch to Woody is a 1-11. That's a base hit into center, an open single. Menke can try to take third on that. But the center, of course, is the gun of Mays, a -4. Menke a 12, -4 to 8. No, thank you. He'll wisely hold up at second. And there's first and second and nobody out. And here comes the pitcher, Johnson. He's a right-handed batter. A bunter, so it'll be infield in here, and he's going to try to lay it down. There's the pitch from Shaw. He lays down the bunch. He's a B on an 8. And it's a successful sacrifice hit for Johnson. Excuse me, Johnson. Both runners will advance. Second and third, 1 down. And here's Alou. And the Giants are going to pull the infield in here. They don't want to get down any more early. And welcome, CMP. I'm doing great, sir. How are you? And glad to have you. Here's Shaw's pitch to Felipe Alou with the infield in. That's going to be a 2-7. Grounder to short plus. That'll be a 2-star single, and 2 runs are going to score. So having the infield in backfires in this case. It's a 2 RBI single for Alou. Menke will score, Woodward will score, and it is 5-1. So Atlanta all over Shaw here today. And here's Eddie Matthews now, who already hit a 2-run homer in this ball game. The pitch from Shaw. That's going to be a 3-7 against the righty. Fly to center field. Mays drifting over. He's there. 2 away. And that'll bring up Aaron. Flew out to left his first time up. 2 down. The windup and the pitch from Shaw. A 4-7 to the right-hander. A single to 11, but that line drive is going to find the glove of Jim Ray Hart to retire the side. The Braves, however, pick up 2 more. On 3 hits, they leave a batter. The big play, of course, the single of the infield in. And it's 5-1. Very early still, and this San Francisco lineup is insane. They are very much in this game still. And absolutely, Joel, the dreaded plus. Now, when you're playing Strat-O-Matic against an opponent, is that the thing that you probably most hate to see when you're on defense? I think it ranks right up there for me. There was a play that should have been made. Instead, it's 2 runs. Here's Ollie Brown to lead it off for the Giants. Johnson ready to work. The windup in the pitch is a 4-2 to the right-hander. Brown with a base hit up the middle into center field. Leadoff single for Ollie Brown. And here's Jim Davenport now. Davenport playing shortstop today. Johnson from the stretch. The pitch to Davenport. A 1-9 to the righty. Struck him out. And here comes the pitcher, Shaw, a possible bunting situation. He is a 4 hitters card, however. Right-handed batter W. He's going to swing away. Johnson from the stretch on a 4-5. Grounder to short. That'll be a force play. That's going to be Menke to Woodward, and that's it. So Shaw aboard with 2 down. And it'll be Hal Lanier coming to the plate here. Just getting started. Kick back and spend part of your Saturday afternoon/evening with me. Johnson from the stretch. The pitch to Hal Lanier is a 4-11 to the righty. It's a fly to left field X. That's going to be Cardi, a 4-10. Nothing guaranteed on this play. And here's the roll on the play. It's a 2. Cardi cannot get it. That's going to be a double with a 2-base advance. Shaw will hold up at third. It's a 2-out double for Hal Lanier. So second and third, 2 down. And here's Jesus Alou, Willie Mays on deck. Johnson trying to get out of this jam now. Here's the pitch to Alou. It's a 2-8 double to 19, and that's a 16. He rips that into the left center gap. 2 runs are going to come in. Here comes Shaw to score. Here comes Lanier to score. It's a 2 RBI double for Jesus Alou. His second double of the game. He picks up 2 ribbies, and it's 5-3. Oh my, let's look at that again. 2-8 double to 19. The roll is a 16. The Giants have hit 4 doubles in this ball game. The Braves have hit 2 home runs, 6 extra base hits. And here's Willie Mays now, the runner in scoring position, 5-3 ball game. Johnson, the windup, the pitch to Willie, 4-7, grounder to shortstop. Menke has it, throws across in time, and that will do it. Giants pick up 2 on 3 hits and leave 1. Man, oh man, we've got 2 innings in the book, 5-3 Braves. Looks like it could be a wild one, gentlemen. Maybe we can have another replica of that Boston-New York game the other day. 14 innings, 1 hour and 54 minutes. Multiple leads changing hands. Still trying to get my eyes in focus. And no, I have not got those new reading glasses yet. I fully expected that by now, but I would imagine maybe the weather is slowing down the transit or the production or whatever the case may be. 5-3 Braves. We go to the top of the third. It's going to be Torrey, Thomas, and Carty for Atlanta. Shaw ready to work now. The sign from Haller. The windup. The pitch to Joe Torrey is a 2-7, and he walks him. Leadoff walk to Torrey. And here comes Thomas. Thomas, of course, hit a home run his first time up. Shaw from the stretch. Pitch to Lee is a 4-7, single to 4, but that liner is going to find the glove of Hal Lanier. Throws back to first. Torrey's back in time. All right, here's Rico Carty now. Carty 0 for 1, Shaw from the stretch. Pitch to Rico, a 3-6, fly to left field. That's going to be playable for Jesus Alou. Glides to his right a bit and puts it away 2 down. And with 2 away, it'll be Dennis Menke. Menke among the National League RBI leaders with 9. Here's the pitch from Shaw on a 6-7, a grounder to second base X. That's going to be Lanier, a 2-8. Lanier behind the bag. Here's the roll on the play on a 20. He's got it. Steps on second for the force, and that'll do it. Nothing doing for the Atlanta in the third. We go to the bottom of the third, still 5-3. And I want to take this opportunity to thank you guys for hanging out with me on a Sunday afternoon. It's McCovey, Hart, and Haller due for the Giants. McCovey doubled his first time up. Johnson from the windup. The pitch to Willie Mack, a 2-7, fly to center field. Alou backing up on that. He's there and puts it away. And that'll bring up Hart. Hart struck out his first time up. Johnson the windup. Pitch to Hart, a 3-7. He rips that's cut off, rips it headed towards the gap. Carty, however, cuts it off and will hold him to a long single. So on a 3-7 double to 13, I was almost anticipating it. The roll is a 16, and Hart will settle for a long single. So Hart at first, 1 away, and here's Haller. Johnson from the stretch now. The pitch to Tom Haller is a 3-10 to the right-hander. Fly to center field, medium deep. Felipe Alou backs up a bit and makes the catch 2 away. And that'll bring up Ollie Brown. Brown singled his first time up. Johnson gets his sign now from the stretch. The pitch to Ollie Brown, a 3-10. He rips a base hit, 2 stars into right field. Hart's going to head into third base. And the Giants have runners at the corners. Okay, Jim Davenport now. Runners at the corners, 2 down. They trail by 2. Davenport trying to pick somebody up here. Johnson, of course, trying to close the door on this inning. From the stretch, the pitch to Davenport is a 3-9. He rips a single into right field. That'll score a run. Brown's rounding. He'll go to third. It's a 5-4 ball game. RBI single Davenport. And here's Shaw now. He's a decent hitting pitcher. Johnson from the stretch. A 6-9 to the righty. Fly to right field and playable for Aaron. He's right there in his tracks and makes the catch to retire the side. The Giants have a run on 3 hits. They leave a pair. We've played 3 here at the stick, and it is Atlanta 5, San Francisco 4. Fasten your seatbelts, gentlemen. We're just getting started here. In what looks to be a high-scoring ball game. Hell, it already is a high-scoring ball game by 1966 standards. As Shaw gets ready to work the 5th, it's going to be Woodward, Johnson, and Alou for Atlanta. Shaw, the sign from Haller. Here's the windup. The pitch to Woody is a 2-9. Tapper down to third base. Hart has it. Throws across in time. 1 down. Here's Johnson now, right-handed batter. 2 pitchers hitting card. With N power, however. The pitch from Shaw, a 6-5. He walks him. Ho, 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 how about that? The unforgivable sin of walking the opposing pitcher. You guys know how I can't stand that. And here's Felipe Alou, runner at first, 1 down. Shaw from the stretch. Pitch to Felipe, that's a 5-2 to the right-hander. Grounder to shortstop, that's going to be 2. Davenport has it, throws to Lanier, on to McCovey, twin killing. The old 6-4-3 retires the side. And it's still 5-4. And hey, welcome Sports Time Machine. Glad to have you today. Hope your evening, afternoon is going well. We've got the makings of a good one here at the stick. 5-4 Braves, bottom of the 4th. I've got some decaf tea going. Staying in and staying warm. Hope you're doing the same on a pleasant Sunday afternoon. Top of the order for the Giants. Lanier to lead things off. Johnson gets the sign from Torrey. The windup and the pitch to Hal Lanier, a 3-7. Fly to center field. That's going to be playable for Alou. He makes the catch, 1 away. And here's Jesus Alou. 2 Alous in the game. And as Joel pointed out early, 4 players with 500 or more home runs lifetime in this ball game. Johnson, the pitch to Jesus Alou. That's a 5-8 to the right-hander. A tapper down to third base. Matthews has it. Throws across in time. 2 down. And here he comes, Willie Mays. One of the greatest, and in my humble opinion, the greatest player of all time. And here's the pitch from Johnson. On a 2-4 high fly ball to deep left field. Back goes Carty. It's gone. Willie Mays has just tied this game up with a monstrous home run to left field. Holy cow, let's look at that again. 2-4 right-handed, no doubt about it, halfway up the seats. And let's check that now. Let's go to the records. For Willie Mays, his 5th home run, 11 RBIs. And we got a tie ball game. And here comes McCovey. Torrey flashing some signs. Here's the windup and the pitch to Willie Mack. A 3-4, fly to right field and fairly deep. Aaron backpedaling, he's there. And that will do it. But the Giants tie it up on a Willie Mays home run. We've played 4 and it's 5-5. I kind of feel like both of these pitchers are on borrowed time in this game. You know what I mean? They're both endurance 7. I wouldn't want to lay any odds on either of them going 7 at this point. It'll be Matthews, Aaron, and Torrey for Atlanta. Matthews 1 for 2 with a home run. Shaw ready to go to work. Here's the windup. The pitch to Eddie Matthews, a 5-7 to the lefty, double to 9. That's going to be a long single into right field, and Matthews is aboard to lead off the 5th. So Matthews 2 for 3 now. Here comes Hammer and Hank, 0 for 2. Shaw from the stretch. That is a 1-6 long single into right field, and Matthews is going to take third on that. A double to 1. The corner of my eye, I thought he almost might have had that. The roll is a 2, and Aaron's going to settle for a long single. Matthews into third base, and just like that, Atlanta has runners at the corners and nobody out. And here comes Torrey. San Francisco will play at double play depth for Torrey. Shaw hoping to coax a ground ball here. That's going to be a 6-7 to the right-hander. Grounder to second base X. That could do it. Lanier, a 2-E8. This could be 2. Here's the play. On an 18, it sure is. Lanier to Davenport to first. Double play. A run will score on that, but they'll take it. Six to 5 Atlanta as Matthews comes in on the double play, but with 2 outs and nobody on. Boy, Shaw feels like he got out of that cheaply enough. And here's Lee Thomas now, 1 for 2 with a homer. Well, thank you kindly, Sports Time. You know, I get lucky every now and then. I gave Mays a big build-up, and he got the roll, basically. It just worked out. That was sweet, though. That was a lot of fun. Shaw's pitch to Thomas. It's going to be a 6-8 base hit into right field. Thomas is aboard. 3 hits by Atlanta this inning, but only 1 run to show for it. And here's Rico Cardi. Shaw from the stretch. The pitch to Rico. 5-12 to the right-hander. Grounder to first base X. That's McCovey, a 3-E25. And here's the roll on the play. On a 4, he can't get it. Single 1 base advance. Base hit Cardi. Thomas will stop at second. And 4 hits surrendered in the inning. And now we've got activity in the San Francisco pen. Bob Pretty, the right-hander, getting loose. And here's Menke. Shaw from the stretch. Pitch to Dennis Menke on a 5-8. He struck him out. And that will end the inning. The Braves settle for a run on 4 hits. Big double play bailed Shaw out that inning. And it's 6-5, Atlanta. Ken Johnson getting ready to work here in the bottom of the 5th. It's going to be Hart, Haller, and Brown due up for the Giants. Braves with a 1-run lead. Johnson, the sign from Torrey. Here's the windup and the pitch to Hart. That's going to be a 3-5 high fly ball to deep left field. Back goes Cardi. It's gone. Hart's just tied this game up with a blast of his own. Oh my, 3-5 to 16. The roll is a 12. And Jim Ray Hart blasts one into the left field seats. For Hart now, that's his 5th home run of the season. Certainly looking like offense is going to rule the day here. And here's Tom Haller now. Johnson set now, the windup. Pitch to Haller, a 1-7 against the righty, a double to 9, and that's down into right field. Haller rounding, he's going to cruise in there with a double. So a double Haller, here comes Brown. Now there's action in the Atlanta pen. Dick Kelly getting loose. Oh my goodness, what a ball game. Here's Ollie Downtown Brown. He's 2 for 2. Torrey out to the mound. Probably trying to figure out a different way to pitch this Ollie Brown, who's 2 for 2 today. Okay, they're ready to go now. The wind up, the pitch to Brown. A 5-9 to the right-hander. He struck him out. So my, whatever they discussed, it worked. As Johnson fans Brown, and here's Davenport. Johnson gets his sign. Now the pitch to Davenport. 5-6 to the right-hander. That's going to be a single 2 stars. That'll drive in another run. Haller's going to score on that. It's an RBI for Davenport, and San Francisco takes the lead for the first time today. 6-6. Yes, 7-6. Excuse me. Can't count. 1 down. Shaw and A. Bunner. Atlanta will bring the infield in. And Shaw, 4, is going to hit away. Here's the pitch on a 2-2. He pops it up to third. Infield fly rules. Matthews settles under it. 2 down. And that'll bring up Hal Lanier. Johnson set now from the stretch. It is a 1-7 to the right-hander. It's a single 1-star for Lanier. So a base hit Lanier. Davenport's going to stop at second. 2 on, 2 down, and here's Jesus Alou now. Kelly's ready in the Atlanta pen. Johnson's going to pitch to Alou. And here's the pitch. On a 1-9, a tapper down to third base. Matthews has it. He throws him out to retire the side. The Giants come up with 2 runs on 4 hits. They leave a pair. Home run by Jim Ray Hart. And after 5 complete, they lead it 7-6. 7-6 contest. How about that? And welcome, Jimmy Jam. Oh, sure. Yeah, I watch Jeffrey's games when I can. In fact, when I was planning to start streaming, I searched YouTube for anything I could find with people playing Strat-O-Matic games, and it was really Jeffrey's setup that most influenced me, and that should be obvious looking at it. I thought, yeah, you can see the dice, you can see the cards, that's what you want to show. So it was a great inspiration to me. 7-6 Giants as we move along to the 6th. Both starters still going. It'll be Woodward, Johnson, and Alou for the Braves. That could spell the end of the line for Johnson. As Woodward leads it off, Shaw goes into his windup, and the pitch to Woody Woodward is a 6-10 to the right-hander. That's a fly ball to center field X. That's going to be the Say Hey Kid, a 1E8. Here's the roll on the play. On an 11, the error range. On an E8, the roll is an 8, and it's a fine running catch by the Say Hey Kid. So a fine play by Willie, 8X. And in this kind of a wild game, we are going to have a hitter for Johnson. I know this seems contrary to the way I normally play it, and it is. I'm just going with the feel. So Johnson goes 5 innings, surrenders 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 hits. Yeah, and it wasn't like he was lighting the world on fire either, was it? He walked 1, struck out 4. Kelly will come on. Dick Kelly, the right-hander. And right now we'll have a batter. Who are they going to use? Eddie Brissou will come off the bench. Atlanta's bench apparently somewhat limited. I'm looking at some of their computer-only cards. We could pull Hernstein as a computer-only, or Sandy Alomar if necessary. Anyway, for now it'll be Brissou. 1 out, nobody on. Shaw into the windup. And here's the pitch, a 6-9 high fly ball to deep left field. Fading back is Alou just shy of the track. He makes the catch for the out. Brissou did have the end power, but at a homer 1 through 8, the roll is a 19. And there's 2 down. So Brissou retired. And here's Felipe Alou. Shaw the windup. The pitch to Alou, a 5-7. That's a double to 8, and that's going to be down for a double. Alou into second. His second double of the contest. Not to be outdone by his brother Jesus, who has a pair of doubles today. It's the doubling Alou brothers. And that'll bring up Matthews. Eddie's 2 for 3. Single and a 2-run home run back in the first. Shaw ready to work now. The windup. Pitch to Eddie Matthews. A 6-6 swung on and a missed strike 3. And down go Atlanta in the 6th. No runs a hit. They leave 1. So Shaw gets out of the jam there, and it's still 7-6. And here's Dick Kelly now. Willie May used to lead things off, and we all know what he did in his last at-bat. He crushed one halfway up the left field seats. Kelly gets the sign from Torrey, the windup. The pitch to Willie Mays on a 2-6. He rips an extra base hit into left center. He's going to settle for a double. Thoughts about going to third, but he holds up with a leadoff double. Triple to 4. The roll was a 6. And Willie's 2 for 3 with a walk. And here comes McCovey now. Here's the pitch to McCovey. That's a 2-9. Struck him out. So Willie Mack down on strikes, 1 down. And here's Jim Ray Hart. He's 2 for 3. He also has a home run today. Dick Kelly into the windup. Kelly's the left-hander. I'm blowing it. Hang on a second. Oh, geez. I had Kelly as a righty. God bless America. Did I do it again? All right. Umpire review. Sorry, gentlemen. Okay, Mays to Kelly. Let's see if any of these rolls would have resulted in a different result. I beg your pardon. Two, 6, double to 6. Yes, indeed. 2, 6, double to 6, timeout. That's a home run by Willie Mays. Holy cow, my humble apologies. So we're going to back that up. 2-6 against the lefty. The split was a 6. And that is Willie Mays' second home run of the game. And backing it up to that point, let's take a look at McCovey now. .29 McCovey, he would have still struck out, so that part is fine. So Mays with a homer makes it 8-6. McCovey strikes out, and here's Jim Ray Hart. Kelly into the windup. Pitch to Hart, a 2-7, tapper down to short. Menke has it, throws him out, 2 down. And here's Haller now, 1 for 3 with a double. The pitch from Kelly, a 1-4, tapper down to short. Menke again, he's got it. Over to Thomas, and that will retire the side. But a home run by Willie Mays makes it 8-6. And yes, Sports Time, after further review, bang. I apologize for that. That certainly it made it kind of anticlimactic, and I feel badly about that. I do not know why in my mind I'd looked at Kelly in a previous inning thinking of bringing him in. And some reason I had him in my mind as a right-hander. But anyway, I'm glad I caught it. Because for Mays, that's his 6th home run. Now he's in a tie with McCovey and Aaron for the Major League lead. And now, speaking of Aaron, it'll be Aaron to lead off the 7th. 8-6 Giants. Shaw still working. His first inning of potential fatigue as he gets ready to pitch to Hank Aaron. And here's the windup in the pitch on a 2-4 fly ball to left field. That's Alou drifting back. He's got it, 1 down. Here's Torrey now. Shaw ready to pitch to Torrey, the windup. Here's the pitch. A 5-6 to the right-hander. Grounder down to shortstop. That'll be Davenport. He's got it. Throws across to McCovey, 2 away. And here's Lee Thomas. Thomas 2 for 3 with a home run. That is what now? 3, 4, 5 home runs in this ball game. And here's Shaw's pitch on a 5-9. Fly to right field, fairly deep. Brown backpedaling. He's under it now, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Bob Shaw. So Shaw settling down now. And the Giants lead it 8-6. And Kelly will come out for his second inning of work. It'll be the bottom of the order for the Giants. Brown, Davenport, and Shaw. Kelly with the windup. The pitch to Brown is a 5-12. That's going to be a grounder to second base X. That'll be Woodward, a 3E24. Here is the roll on the play. On an 8, the error range, E24 on the roll of an 8, he makes the play. 4-3X, Brown is retired. Here's Davenport now. Davenport's 2 for 3 with a pair of ribbies. Kelly, the windup. The lefty delivers 5-3, grounder to the pitcher X, a 4E36, however, certainly anything but automatic, and here's the play. On an 11, that will be an E36. On a 3, he boots it. Error, Dick Kelly. So E1, first error of the afternoon. And Davenport's aboard, and here comes Shaw. Shaw, 4W, right-handed batter. Kelly's pitch, a 6-4. He strikes him out. And that'll bring up Howell Lanier with 2 away. Runner at first. Kelly from the stretch. A 4-11 to the right-hander. Fly to center field and playable for Felipe Alou. He glides to his right and flags it down. That'll do it. No runs, no hits. They leave a man. We've completed 7 here at the stick. It is Giants 8, Braves 6. And I'm assuming there must be a football playoff game on right now. Would I be correct in that assumption? I'm getting killed in the ratings here. That's why I ask. No, I'm glad you guys are here. Shaw going out for the 8th. Braves trail by 2. It's going to be Carty, Menke, and Woodward. For the Giants now, Pretty is sat down, and McDaniel and Henry loosening in the pen. Shaw ready to go to work. The windup, the pitch to Rico Carty, a 3-3, grounder down to shortstop. That's going to be Davenport. Over to McCovey, 1 down. And here's Menke now. Shaw gets his sign from Haller, the windup. The pitch to Dennis Menke, a 4-4, grounder to shortstop X. Davenport again, he's a 3E31. Into the hole, and here's the roll on the play. That's a 17. He's got it. Plants, long throw in time. 2 down. So Davenport flashing the leather here in the 8th. And here's Woody Woodward. Shaw's pitch to Woody, a 4-4. Grounder to short. It's going to be Davenport again. 3E31. Here is the play on an 18. He's got it. Throws him out in a 1-2-3 inning for Shaw. All 3 plays made by Davenport. 2 of them on the X chart. Kelly rated 3 for endurance. He'll come out for the 8th. And it will be Alou, Mays, and McCovey. Phil Necro in the Atlanta pen. In fact, they're going to go to Necro right now. That's enough out of the lefty. He worked 2. Bobby Bragan with 2 righties coming up. He's going right to Phil Necro. Kelly did a nice job. 1 hit, 1 run. No walks. He struck out a pair. And here comes the knuckleballer. Oh, I'm checking the chat now. Lions, Bucks. Yeah, that makes sense. And later, the Chiefs and the Bills. Well, you know, I just roll them when I roll them. Mainly, I try to keep the replay moving along. Especially in the winter months when I can get some extra games in. Because, I mean, there will be vacations and whatnot in the summer. And I'd like to bring this thing in under 5 years, you know what I mean? Hard to think about that in those terms. Hey, I'd be 72 when I finish this. Might be able to bring it in 4. That's about what Jeffrey's looking at on his 69 replay, I think. Still 4.5. I'll be 68 in May. Anyway, you slice it, 72 probably. Okay, here's a Lou. Necro's ready to go now. The windup. Here comes the knuckler. It's a 4-7 to the righty, and he walks him ball 4. A Lou on to lead things off, and here comes Willie. 2 for 3. 2 prodigious blasts and a walk. And from the stretch, here's the pitch from Necro. On a 1-7 fly to center field, that's going to be playable for Felipe Alou. He's there to make the catch. And here's McCovey. McCovey, the one reason I might have let Dick Kelly pitch, but he'll face a right-hander now. And here's the pitch from Necro from the stretch. On a 6-7, a grounder to second base X. That could be 2. That's Woodward, a 3E24. Here's the play on an 18. It certainly is. It's Woodward to Menke to Thomas. Double play. 4-6-3-X. The side is retired, and we're going to the 9th. 8-6. Due for Atlanta is going to be a pinch hitter. Alou, Matthews, and Aaron. And the Giants are going to bring in the closer, Frank Lindsay. So Shaw's day is done. He held him in there for 8 innings. And greetings, Razor, and a welcome. Yeah, well, you got to remember, he was 36 years old by this point. And still a great freaking card, okay? I got to say that. Eight innings for Shaw, 3, 6, 10, 11 hits. This was a hitting game. He walked 2. He struck out 2. Allowed all 6 runs, all earned. And the closer, Frank Lindsay, coming on now. Lindsay, the Giants' save leader in real life that year with 16, 100 innings of relief. And the Braves will start off by sending up a pinch hitter for Niekro. So Niekro worked an inning. He walked a batter. Nothing else. And against Lindsay, the batter will be Gary Geiger. Geiger, the left-hander. Lindsay ready to work now. 8-6 Giants, top of the 9th. Geiger standing in from the left side. Here's the windup. The pitch to Gary is a 4-6, and Geiger has a base hit into right field to lead things off. Geiger, a solid 1-14 runner. That's good enough. He's not the tying run or anything. And here's Felipe Alou now. Felipe's 3 for 4 today with a pair of doubles. He scored a run and knocked in a pair. Lindsay from the stretch. Pitch to Felipe, a 4-7 to the righty. Grounder to shortstop, and that's going to be 2. It's Davenport again. Nice stop in the hole. Throw to Lanier. Nice turn on to first to McCovey. Double play. And the Braves are down to their last out, and it's going to be Eddie Matthews, the batter. Eddie's 2 for 4. He has a home run of his own. Knocked in 2 back in the first. Lindsay staring in to get his sign now. The windup, the pitch to Eddie Matthews, a 4-6. Matthews, a base hit into right field, and there's still hope for the Braves, as Hank Aaron will stride to the plate, representing the tying run. Oh, man, this is what it comes down to, huh? 2 down in the 9th, 8-6 Giants. Eddie Matthews on first. It's Frank Lindsay against Hank Aaron. Lindsay, very deliberate now, gets the sign from Haller. The windup. The pitch to Hank Aaron on a 4-7. Grounder to short. That's going to do it. Davenport has it to go the short way to Lanier, and that's the ball game. No runs, 2 hits, they leave 1. And what a game. 8-6 San Francisco. Shaw, the winning pitcher. Lindsay comes on to get the save. Johnson will take the loss. And boy, Sports Time Machine, you are absolutely right. In real life, in this game, it was 5-0 Braves. A 3-hit shutout by Ken Johnson. What a difference. Lindsay allowed 2 hits, no walks, no Ks. The Giants end up with 8 runs on 14 hits, no errors. For the Braves, 6 runs on 13 hits, they made an error. So San Francisco improves to 8-5. Atlanta drops to 6-7. Let's check the pitching records. That's Lindsay's 2nd save of the season. Shaw came in 1-0. He goes to 2-0 on the season. And for Atlanta, let's take a look at Johnson. Johnson came in 1-0. His record evens now at 1-1. Thank you very much, Razor. I appreciate that. I tell you, I am really enjoying this 66 card set. Possibly the most of any card set I've undertaken a replay on, to be quite honest with you. And granted, we're very early, just beginning week 3, but man, it's really been a blast so far. That's it for me. Let's look ahead to tomorrow's ball game. This winds up day 1, by the way, of week 3, Monday, April the 25th. Tomorrow we'll be moving on to Tuesday, April the 26th. It will be the California Angels at the Baltimore Orioles. And a pair of youngsters, the 22-year-old Jim McLaughlin will be opposed by the 20-year-old rookie Jim Palmer. So join me for that at 1 p.m. Pacific tomorrow. In the meantime, enjoy the football. Thanks for watching, and everybody take care and have a great Sunday evening. Thanks, guys.